I hereby call the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission meeting to order on Thursday, March 26, 2026 at 5:37 p.m. Recording Secretary, will you please conduct roll call?
Yes. Commissioner Diaz,
Present.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Here.
Commissioner Jogwe,
Here.
Commissioner Nelson, absent. Commissioner Reyes,
Here.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Here.
Commissioner Wu,
Here.
Vice Chair Zacaris Torres,
Here.
and Chairperson Herrera.
Here.
Records show you have 8 members present. Chair Herrera, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much, Recording Secretary. Next on the agenda, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able to join me, please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome to our March Parks and Recs Commission, Community Services Commission meeting. Now we have the Parks Recreation Employees of the Year and Employees and Volunteers of the Quarter. Okay, great. Thank you. So for the Volunteer of the Quarter, we have Genesis Aguirre. She is been volunteering at the Santana Zoo, and Genesis has been a zoo volunteer for almost 18 months and has been a tremendous help to the animal care team. She works alongside the zookeepers, cleaning animal habitats, making enrichment and prepping animal diets, washing dishes, and observing animals. She enjoys learning new things and shows a strong desire to grow and develop her skills. Genesis always has a smile on her face and is ready to do any task asked of her. It's clear that she loves the zoo and always does her best to take care of the animals while she's there. So we are thrilled to nominate her for Volunteer of the Quarter. Thank you so much, Genesis. Executive Director, can you call the next? Oh, okay. Commissioner
Jawin, go for it.
All right. Okay. Nomination for Employee of the Quarter. We have Crystal Rodriguez. Crystal Rodriguez has been with the city for 4 years. She's a recreation specialist, and she's nominated by her supervisor, America Robledo. I'm pleased to nominate Crystal Rodriguez for Employee of the Quarter in recognition of her exceptional performance, dedication, and impactful contributions this quarter. Over the past several months, Crystal played a key role in planning and executing the Suhor Festival in Santa Ana Stadium, a large-scale event held across 3 consecutive weekends. This event required extensive coordination, long-term planning, and consistent communication with an external event organizer, all of which she managed with professionalism and attention to detail. Her ability to navigate the complexities of event logistics, all while balancing her regular responsibilities, demonstrates her strong organizational skills, adaptability, and a commitment to the diverse Santa Ana community. Throughout the planning process, she remained proactive, solution-oriented, and highly responsive, ensuring that every aspect of the event was well planned. The success of the Suhor Festival is a direct reflection of Crystal's hard work and dedication, with the event drawing an average attendance of approximately 7,000 guests per weekend. Her contributions not only enhanced the organization's visibility and community engagement, but also set a high standard for future events. In addition to her project leadership, Crystal continues to be a reliable and supportive team member, consistently demonstrating a positive attitude and a willingness to go above and beyond. Thank you.
The
The next employee of the quarter is Amanda Castro. She's been with the city for a year as a lifeguard. Amanda has been an invaluable member of the Santana Aquatics team over the past year, serving as a lifeguard and assisting the aquatics administration with professionalism, initiative, and heart. From day one, she has led by example, earning the respect of her peers through her strong work ethic, positive attitude, and genuine commitment to team success. Our lifeguards consistently look to her as a mentor and trusted leader. She fosters collaboration, offers guidance without hesitation, and plays a vital role in maintaining high team morale during the busiest aquatic seasons. Beyond her daily responsibilities, Amanda demonstrates exceptional initiative and service. She has been instrumental in preparing critical materials for grant writing season, ensuring our programs remain sustainable and accessible to the community. During peak operations, she is a steady and reliable presence, helping coordinate day-to-day logistics and supporting staff to ensure smooth, safe programming. Most notably, Amanda transformed our emerging leading lifeguards ELL curriculum by developing a comprehensive step-by-step framework that equips staff to mentor and train the next generation of lifeguards. This thoughtful, structured approach has strengthened leadership development within our team and elevated the quality and consistency of instruction. Amanda's dedication, innovation, and inclusive leadership continue to strengthen our workplace culture and enhance the services we proudly provide to the Santa Ana community. Congratulations, Amanda.
I would like to nominate the volunteer of the quarter. I would like to nominate Vida Ana Jimenez for the volunteer of the quarter. She was constantly demonstrates a high level of maturity, responsibility, and leadership throughout her time volunteering, always taking initiative and stepping in and assisting in other areas wherever you needed. Her positive attitude, strong work ethics, and her reliability and value member of the team. She always leads to example in creating a welcoming, supportive environment for both participants and fellow volunteers. She did an outstanding job during the El Salvador Park Courtyard Cinema events, where her dedication and professionalism contribute greatly to the success of the program. Vidiana, hard work, commitment, and a passion for serving the community have not gone unnoticed, and she is truly deserving of this recognition.
Commissioner Diaz, do you?
I would like to congratulate Terry Hernandez, a full-time employee with the City of Santa Ana, for her 20 years plus volunteer service as a Sioux education specialist. She is nominated by her supervisor, Lauren Berg. Terry has been an integral part of the Zoo Education Department for over 20 years. Recently, she has been a key part of the development and implementation of new programs for the Santa Ana Unified School District partner schools, Carver, Heroes, and Monroe Elementary. Terry examined current education standards and objectives, evaluated past programs, and led co-design meetings with teachers from each school in the TK through third grade. She then developed activity and lesson plans for at the zoo pre and post visits. Participating classes are spending an entire day at the zoo, much more than a regular field trip. Trips are now taking place following these plans with great success. These programs are laying the groundwork for future growth and education offering for local students. Terry, thank you for your enthusiasm and for this project and for creating something amazing for years to come. Congratulations, Terry.
This employee of the quarter nomination is for Angelina Kamatovich. She's a part-time employee. She's been with the city for 5 months as an animal keeper, and supervisor is Jenny Walker. While Angelina only started working at the zoo a few months ago, she has accomplished a lot in her short time with us. Her background and knowledge of aquatic animal systems has been a valuable addition to the animal care team. In her 5 months at the zoo, Angelina redesigned the aquarium in the frog pod to be more versatile for our endangered mountain yellow-legged frog population. This change allowed us to handle the delicate tadpoles and frogs less frequently, which is better for them during the biologically taxing time of metamorphosis. Angelina also worked a great deal getting the animal habitats at the Eco Center up and running. She helped with the plumbing in the paludarium, getting the water cycle correctly so it was clean and appropriate for the pond turtle, and gathering and cleaning all of the rock substrate for the bottom of the tank. I'm happy to nominate Angelina for Employee of the Quarter for the exceptional work she has done at the zoo. Congratulations, Angelina.
Don't have any more. Oh. What do you mean? Vote to continue? Okay. Okay. So hello, everyone. Okay, great. So I think we're going to move on to the agenda. I only have one up here. Okay. Yes, please. You're confusing me. Yeah. You have the show. You have the floor, Executive Director.
Thank you, Commissioner.
It's your show.
So again, welcome everybody. At this time, can I have all our Parks Commissioners join me down here, please? You want to be my backup? All right, everybody. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. We are here today to honor the best of the best within the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation Department. It's great to see all of you guys out here, and thank you for taking some time to come out here. This is our 3rd year now doing this, where we honor the hard work, dedication of your coworkers, my coworkers, and your deputy director's coworkers who show up each and every day to provide a great quality of service for this community. And it is with pleasure that this year it was so tough that we were actually for the first time giving out co-employee of the years in both the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation Division as well as the Zoo Division. So at this time, if I can please have my 2 deputy directors, Ethan Fisher and Tim Pagano, come up. Yay! We like them. Wow, tough crowd, tough crowd. No, I should start out with, there any mics out here? Any mics? All right, good. So the mic check's done. Anyways, yeah, so I got y'all's attention. No, thank you. All right, so at this time, we're gonna go one and one. So first, we will start with Deputy Director Pagano, and he's got a few words to say, and he will bring up our first Employee of the Year.
Thank you, Executive Director Scott, and thank you guys for being here. I know that unbeknownst to the commission, because we haven't talked about it yet, your Recreation and Community Services team has been developing a mission and vision statement over the past 6 months. And so part of the folks that will be receiving this award, they embody what we've been talking about as far as our mission and vision, and also the tenets that follow with it, which is explore, learn, and play, and inspire. So the first Employee of the Year from the Recreation and Community Services Division is America Robledo. So a few words about America. It is a privilege to recognize America Robledo as Co-Employee of the Year for 2025. America currently serves as our athletics section supervisor and has dedicated over 25 years of service to the city of Santa Ana, beginning her journey in 1999. Today, she oversees the largest section within our division, 3 recreation centers, the Dan Young Sports Complex, and the Santa Ana Stadium, each serving as vital hubs for community activity and engagement. Since stepping into her role in December of 2021, America has brought vision, innovation, and results. Under her leadership, the athletics section has generated more than $3 million in cost recovery, demonstrating not only a strong program demand, but her commitment to sustainability and responsible stewardship of public resources. Most recently, America was given the challenge of monetizing Santa Ana Stadium through third-party rentals and events, an ambitious goal that she and her team have fully realized. Through strategic activation, the stadium has successfully hosted religious gatherings, professional soccer exhibitions, and large-scale music festivals, transforming it into a premier community venue. Just this past weekend, PRCSA reached a major milestone, welcoming a record-breaking 12,500 attendees to the Old School Love Festival, an event spearheaded by America and her reservations team. This achievement is a testament to her leadership, her team's execution, and her ability to turn vision into impact. America truly embodies our mission to foster community connection. She has expanded access to sports and recreation by building strong partnerships, creating equitable opportunities, and developing inclusive programs that allow residents of all ages to explore, learn, and play, and inspire. She also brings our vision to life by helping create a vibrant and connected community, one where spaces like Santa Ana Stadium are not just facilities, but destinations that celebrate culture, community, and shared experiences. Beyond the numbers and accomplishments, America is a dedicated leader who leads with passion, purpose, and an unwavering commitment to her team and community. Her work continues to elevate the standard of service we provide every day. America's impact is both measurable and meaningful, and we are incredibly fortunate to have her as part of our organization. Please help me in again congratulating our Co-Employee of the Year, America Robledo.
So once again, it is with great pleasure that we celebrate America Robledo, Co-Employee of the Year, America, in grateful appreciation of your dedicated service to the community and the continuous contributions to the success of the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation and Community Service Agency. We truly appreciate your hard work and commitment. Let's hear it for America. I will give her a speech, and then after that, for those of you that are here to want to take a picture with her, y'all are more than welcome to come up here. All right, America, floor is yours.
I warmed up my vocals, so I'll be singing. No. All joking aside, thank you guys. True team effort. I want to thank my team, first and foremost, for being super amazing. Last year was super rough for me, and they were there for me every step of the way. And I really couldn't have done it without them. So thank you guys, Miguel, Ricardo, George, Steve, Marco, Crystal, all of you guys. Juan, for sure, for stepping in, but truly appreciate what you guys did for me. I love this city. I love what I do. My family gives up a lot of me to be here, but they do it because they know I love it. And I honestly wouldn't pick a different city if I had an option. I love what I do here, and I will continue to do it with a passion because you guys are amazing. I love working with all of you guys, and I can't thank you enough for the support that you show me day in and day out. Super amazing team. Hawk, your leadership team. Tim, your support. Across the board, I have no complaints. You guys have been amazing, and I hope that it continues to be a great experience for me and for all of you guys as we navigate whatever life brings our way. So thank you guys.
If America's team would like to come up, or any of y'all want to come up for a photo with the group, please feel free. All right, guys, let's hear it one more time for America. All right, and now this time I'm going to bring up our Deputy Director, also our Zoo Director, Ethan Fisher.
Okay, well, it's great to be here again. I want to recognize our first co-employee of the year for the zoo, Dina. Come on, Dina. Dina Orbison. Oh, okay. I'm anxious. Keep talking. No.
Ms. Dina?
Staying on X. Dina, I'm remiss, I don't remember the exact year you started. I think it was 2008, 2009?
It was 2009 part-time, 2010 full-time.
Okay, I was close.
I know you were.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So we want to appreciate you as a co-employee of the year because you have dedicated so much to the zoo. Oh, here comes the banner. Oh, I didn't see anything yet. You have dedicated so much to the zoo and the love and care for the animals. I was thinking about you've probably cared for almost every animal at the zoo at some point. Yeah. And of course, one animal near and dear to both of our hearts, Bindi the Binturong. You're like the second mom.
I'm stepmom.
You're the stepmom.
You're a dad, stepmom.
So, the pygmy marmosets, so many amazing animals over the years, and of course, like the ups and downs that comes with the job and the emotional toll that comes with that, and giving so much and caring for them, and the challenges that they have sometimes. So, yeah, I wanted to appreciate you for that, and your just dedication and care. Yeah. That's it. Short, sweet. Oh, and then we have flowers. There's two different options. This one has a yellow locust sperm. And this one has a red.
Which one would match the shirts? Let's go with that. Yellow?
Gotta love our zoo team, right? They are the best, and I can't be more proud of what Dina has done, as well as the rest of the team that has shown up here. So before we get to Dina, let's have a big round of applause for our zoo team who has done above and beyond out at the zoo. That being said, Dina, I am proud to present to you the 2025 Co-Employee of the Year. And as I said earlier, we are in grateful appreciation of your dedicated service to the community and the continuous contributions to the success of the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation and Community Services Agency. We truly appreciate your hard work and commitment. And like Ethan said, we have seen the love and care that you have shown to all the animals and the many animals that have come in and out, and we cannot be more proud. And you are so deserving of this, so congratulations.
Or you can sing.
Just say thank you.
Oh, there's the banner.
Well, thank you. It's really nice to be recognized. We have done a lot. The zoo has come a very long way in the last 15, 16 years. That is due to, I think, our team and how committed we are There has been a lot of ups and downs, but it's nice that the up has been up, you know, like we're doing really good things. So thank you for recognizing that.
Zoo team, if y'all want to come up for a photo? You're going to do everyone together? All right. Sounds good to me. All right, for our second co-employee of the year, I'm going to once again give the floor to Deputy Director Pagano.
Thank you again. So for our co-employee of the year for 2025, I'd like to bring up Juan Lara. It is truly an honor to recognize Juan Lara as our co-employee of the year for 2025. Juan currently serves as our Senior Services Section Supervisor and has dedicated nearly 3 decades in just one short month.
I started when I was 2.
When he was 2. Since May 1996 to the city of Santa Ana. That kind of longevity alone is remarkable, but what truly sets Juan apart is how he has chosen to spend those years in service to others. Juan embodies our mission to foster community connection. Through his leadership, our senior centers have become welcoming, vibrant places where older adults can truly explore, learn, and play, and inspire. Whether it's the relaunch of the Senior Excursion Program or the continued success of signature events like the International Older Adult Celebration, Juan ensures that every program creates meaningful experiences and long-lasting connections. He also brings our vision to life, helping build an accessible, vibrant, and connected community. Under his leadership, both senior centers operate at nearly day capacity, reflecting not just strong programming, but a deep sense of belonging that participants feel the moment they walk through our doors. But beyond the programs and accomplishments, Juan leads with humility, compassion, and integrity. He is deeply respected by his team and genuinely loved by the community he serves. He doesn't just manage services, he builds relationships and uplifts lives. Juan represents the very best of public service, and his impact on Santa Ana is both profound and lasting. Please help me again in congratulating our co-employee of the year, Juan Lara.
So, we didn't get you flowers, but we know what you love. Right? So, again, with both our employees of the year on the Parks and Recreation side, you know, these are the best of the best, and these are 2 that have been with this city, as Deputy Director Pagano said, for longevity. They have built trust, they have built connections, and it was very tough to pick between these 2 because they are both well-deserving, and that's why we went co-employees of the year, because these 2 embody of what our Parks and Recreation stands for. So Juan, on behalf of the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation, I'm proud to present to you our co-employee of the year. And as I said to the first 2, we are grateful appreciation for the dedication, service to the community, and continuous contributions to the success. And I say success, if you guys have not been to the senior centers and what this gentleman and his team have done over the past 4 years is unbelievable. I will never forget these seniors going to Disneyland and how our seniors, instead of getting back on the bus to come home, they were calling their kids to come pick them up. And that's a testament to the program, to the energy Juan and his team brings out there. So again, it is with great pleasure that you are one of our co-employers of the year.
I wasn't really ready for a speech. Honestly, I was not. But I first and foremost am humbled by the recognition, so thank you to our leadership, thank you to the commissioners. Congratulations to the zoo team, and I know we have one more to be recognized shortly, but I'm also very, very honored to share it with you, Mr. Robledo. But as she said, I'll say the same thing. I don't stand up here alone. You know, if I do anything, it's only because I have a very, very, very strong team that really is the one that is doing all the hard work. So they make me look good. So in reality, you know, I'm a representation of them here. So thank you guys. You know, and again, this is not just with senior services. This goes as far back to when I started, and obviously most of you probably were not even born yet. You know, but you know, I have you know, from our newest of the newest team members joining here today, which is a pleasure, to some of you that have been along for this ride with me almost from the beginning. And again, that testament to Ms. Robledo and to V. But I'm also, and now I know who I can thank for the room in the back. But I also just want to thank my family as well, because again, everything that I do is for my family. I want to represent them well, you know, and I want them to be proud to, you know, call me their relative. And this is a testament. So if I walk away with anything after today, is that. You know I have your support and your respect, but I also have the love of my family who's here tonight. So thank you all, very much appreciated.
I mean, I know y'all were just passing by today and y'all just heard, but if y'all can come join up, who wants to take a photo with Mr. Lara? Thanks, Melly. Hey, any of y'all that want to come up too, y'all are more than welcome as well too. Why not?
I got flowers. I got flowers.
Big photo. Yeah. All right. Hey, Parks Rec staff, come up top here too. Is everybody here? Yeah, that would be good. It's a big group.
Should we get lower?
I think we're good. Y'all think it's any lower.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smiles. So cute. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Sorry, we'll get out of the way. Hold on. Huh? Oh, there's more? What is? Oh.
You guys get a better too. We get a better. Oh, I'm too excited. Listeners, do you guys mind getting a little bit closer? And then talk. Thank you so much.
All right, let's hear it for one more time. All right, at this time, for our last co-employee of the year, Deputy Director Fisher.
Thank you so much. I will ask our next employee of the year, Jill Sanders. So please come up here. I'll wait till she gets up here. Flowers. So Jill, I also recall you started 18 years at the zoo. What year did you start volunteering though?
March 2008.
March 2008. I remember Jill, my first memories of Jill, so we volunteer. No, but you were so dedicated to animal care and to the zoo and learning everything you could about what was going on at the zoo, how we operated, the animals we cared for. You just dove in with both feet, both as a volunteer and then as a part-time zookeeper, and then a full-time zookeeper, and now a zookeeper too. So it's been amazing to be on this journey with you, to see you grow professionally, just as the zoo has grown. Gosh, it made me cry too. So yeah, I'm really happy for you.
Come on, let's hear it for Jill. X marks the spot. So again, this is the fourth one we've given out today, and the message cannot be more clear as is written on every one of these. So it is with great pleasure, though, that in grateful appreciation of your dedication, service to the community, and the continued contributions and success of Santa Ana Parks and Recreation Community Service Agency, it is truly appreciated your hard work and dedication. Congratulations.
I'm about a foot shorter than Hawk, so let me, oh, I can sing?
If you want to.
No. Just want to say thank you for this. Thank you for the recognition. It's been an honor working for the city of Santa Ana for almost 18 years. I know I'm only 18, so how did that work? I had to make the same joke everybody else did. Couldn't have done it without Ethan's support. He's been there since I've been there, longer than I've been there. And he's always supported me, and it's been great. Since you were 12, yeah. And I just want to shout out to my team. This year we got AZA accreditation with our hard work and dedication. And thanks to Ethan for guiding that. And we also opened a brand new habitat, River's Edge. We all put in our blood, sweat, and tears to that. So just very proud of my team for all that we've accomplished this year.
So real quick, before they all come up, Dina, please stand. America, please stand. Juan, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your 2025 Co-Employees of the Year for the Santa Ana Parks and Recreation Community. Y'all can clap louder and scream louder than that. Let's hear it for them.
sorry.
Again, I want to thank each and every single one of you that's come out today that is not a part of the Parks and Recreation team, for you guys taking the time to come out here and support these truly remarkable people. My hat's off to you, and my team, appreciate you guys coming. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Commissioner, back to you.
Chair. Thank you, employees and volunteers, for all your hard work and dedication to our city. Next on the agenda are public comments. This is the time for the commission to receive comments from the public. We will not accept any additional requests for speaker cards once the public comments session has commenced. If you have not already, please submit your request to the recording secretary. Speakers will have 3 minutes to speak. For speakers on Zoom, you must dial *9 from your phone or click the button labeled "Raise Your Hand Now" to appear in the speaker queue once public comments commence. Recording secretary, do you have any in-person or Zoom public speakers?
Yes, we do have one, Nina Jarek.
Hi. Executive Director Hawk Scott, thank you very much. Commissioners, for allowing me to speak with you again. I know you know the subject matter, but I just want to back up for a half a second. That was truly amazing. That was inspirational. Seeing the power of community, the power of service, what dedication can do to make things happen. It was really enlightening. These people have given their all to accomplish something, and that was great. While I'm not looking for any awards, what I am looking for is your continued support in our drive to get a walkable park in Washington Square. I live in Ward 5. We've got the perfect property for it. It's for sale. We've made a presentation to City Council. It was on the agenda. It's been received and filed. And I'm here today to make sure that you know that it is still simmering. It is alive. If you find any pockets of money, if you win the lottery, please, we're really are working hard on it. And I need more involvement from everyone. I haven't quite figured out how this all works as yet, other than you need money, but I can do more than that, than money. That I do know. So thank you for always listening. Thank you for your support. We are very grateful and excited about what is going to happen to the park, 10th and Flower. That's exciting for a select group within our neighborhood. It's just going back a couple of blocks or so, it's just not realistic for seniors and families with young children and mobility issues for people to access the park. But we are excited about it, and that has been something we've been watching come to fruition. We see that earth-moving equipment. Things are going on. We've seen the designs. I know they're going to be presented here tonight. And anyway, it's very exciting. Thank you for listening to me once again. And my name is Nina Jarek. I know you know how to get a hold of me. And please, I'm all ears. And thank you, as always, for your support.
Thank you. Recording secretary, any other comments?
At this time, there are none.
Okay, thank you. Next is the consent calendar, items 1 and 2, which are the minutes of the regular meeting from February 26, 2026, as well as excused absences. Are there any commissioners who wish to pull any items from the consent calendar? And if you wish to not pull any items, do we have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
I motion.
Commissioner Diaz, motions, second.
I second.
Commissioner Wu, seconds. Recording secretary, can you conduct roll call?
Yes, motion by Commissioner Diaz, seconded by Commissioner Wu to approve items 1 and 2 of the consent calendar. I will now conduct a roll call vote. Commissioner Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez, Commissioner Jagwe,
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson, absent, Commissioner Reyes,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Wu,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zacaris Torres,
Yes.
and Chair Herrera.
Yes.
Vote is 8 ayes, 0 nays. That motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Now we'll move on to the informational items section of the agenda. I'll turn this over to our Park Services Superintendent, Jorge Acevedo, as well as Public Works Deputy Director Mike Ortiz to present the Public Works Park Services Staff Report.
Good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, Commission members. Thank you for having us. Today we have a brief presentation, some nice pictures to share. The presentation is always broken up into 2 sections. We have first our maintenance section, which I'll kick off to Superintendent Acevedo, and he can tell you why some of our fields are going to be closed here.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jorge Acevedo, Park Service Superintendent. And yes, congratulations to all the employees of the year. It's been a beautiful and emotional evening tonight. Really want to talk about what kind of goes on behind the scenes again. Once again, that's my theme every meeting, and how we keep our parks clean, green, and safe. So in that spirit, I want to share our field renovation schedule that we do every year in collaboration with our parks, our recreation team, where they, advocate for spreading the closures throughout the city, coordinating with the leagues, making sure that there's accessible sports fields throughout the year, and while we close the fields to do maintenance. So it's always obviously very important to keep our fields maintained at a high level, offering not just aesthetically appeasing fields, but safe, playable fields for our youth and our leagues. So in this next slide, in the spirit or on the cusp of opening day today, Major League Baseball opening day, last month, I believe we collaborated with our local carpenters union to renovate a backstop at El Salvador Park. Definitely opportunity for the union's apprentice to come out and learn some valuable skills in carpentry, while also serving a benefit to our community. So kudos to them and our team for collaborating on this great project that's going to really improve the quality of fields out at El Salvador Park. Another image of some of the stuff that our team does, or some of the trades and professionals that we have as part of my team. This is a general maintenance worker, forest, state certified electrician. Here on display, working on some lighting. This is obviously El Salvador Park, but this happens throughout our citywide parks, on our trails, the area lighting, parking lot lighting, sports lighting, all throughout the field. So this is just one example of the level of expertise that we have in our general maintenance team. With this, I'll pass it on to my Deputy Director, Mike Ortiz, for the Park Capital Projects presentation.
Thank you. As you know, we have several projects going on throughout the city, so we like to highlight one in each phase, as we call it, of the life cycle of a project. And this one's exciting because it was mentioned earlier today, 10th and Flower has been long awaited, but we were able to secure grant funding and partner with our Parks and Rec Association, our agency, to identify acquisition and development funding as well to fully fund this project. It went out to bid. We have a contractor And we are making a recommendation to council on April 21st to award a nearly $6 million project cost analysis for this 1 acre site there on 10th and Flower. So that's exciting. It's got a full basketball court, a full skate park, a lot of shade structures, a playground. And what you don't see above ground, it also includes a lot of underground elements that will help with the storm drain runoff. So it was a nice collaboration with our stormwater team, and it's one of our sponge parks, we like to call it. So this is exciting. I think it does a lot of good for the environment and water quality, but it also provides a nice amenity on the surface, you know, long overdue open space in that area. The next project, our biggest project by far, so we always want to provide an update and let you know where we're at. Even these pictures are a little dated. It's exciting to see tile go on to the pool. So that's how far along we are. You see some of the tile going on. Next week, you'll start seeing some of that sheet roofing go on top of the buildings. They're backfilling a lot of the trenches. And one of the biggest challenges with our projects is the coordination with Edison. And in this case, we've brought it to their attention so early. They know how big of a project this is for us in the community, that they are working with us already and proactively trying to decommission the existing equipment to then bring on the new equipment. So it's happening sooner than it normally would on any other project, which is great. It's exciting to see that other than the hiccups we ran into early on in the project, everything's been going according to plan, and it seems to still be on schedule to be completed by the end of September. And last but not least, one that is near completion. I'm sure Director Scott will make an announcement here shortly, but we've got a ribbon cutting celebration coming up for this one, our Centennial Park Improvements Project, where it's going to have so many amenities for our furry friends. It's going to have 3 different sections with obstacle courses, fenced-off areas for dogs of all sizes. It's going to have walking trails. We expect it to be so popular that it's got its own parking lot and restroom amenities, dog washing station. It really is unique to the area, and it's going to be very popular. So with that, we've highlighted 3 major projects in different phases. George shared with you the schedule for turf renovation. If you have any questions on anything else, we'd be happy to take them.
Any questions or comments from the commission? Commissioner Diaz and then Commissioner Jongwei.
I have a couple questions. It's the electrician being, is it in-house? Like, it's a hired in-house, or do we contract outside?
So it's a combination of both. In the past, we did have exclusively contractors do a lot of that work. But George has built a team, kudos to the general maintenance team that we have some very high-quality staff in-house to do some of the routine work, which helps keep work in-house. And some things are just naturally too large, like on a big construction project, it's the subcontractor. But a lot of the routine stuff can be handled by George's team.
Oh, I appreciate that, because sometimes it's easier to have someone in-house, it's faster to get to, and then to put it up for a bid and then wait for bids to come in. So I think that was a wonderful thing that you guys put together. I truly appreciate it. And my second question is, when do you think 10th and Broadway would be completed or has it's, how far along are we with 10th and Broadway?
10th and Flower?
I'm sorry, 10th and
Yes.
Flower, sorry.
The 10th and Flower project, if it gets awarded on April 21st by council, the contractor's eager to begin the work. And we believe, based on the construction schedule, it is scheduled to be done by the end of January 2027.
Oh, great, it's gonna move faster. I have a quick question in regards to the 10th and Flower, the corner section. I can't really see what, there's a house. Well, the house were you guys able to get the owner to sell the property, or were you guys able to take over that property, or no?
There's one house that will still remain immediately adjacent to the park. So they get to be the first users of the park. There were some other houses that were acquired as part of this. They were just naturally for sale.
Okay.
Because if you're familiar with the area, there's been vacant land unused for a very long time. So then when the grant opportunity came to be, we were able to begin the process of designing and getting community input to build a park. Those homes happened to become available while that was going on. So we were able to buy them through your normal competitive purchasing process using grant funding as well, or ARPA funding at the time. So that worked out great, but in no way were we ever trying to, acquire property without the consent or the willingness of a seller.
Has the seller ever, come up to you and say that if they would like to put their property up for sale, so the city could acquire it?
While we never approached them to request that information directly, we have coordinated them on an ongoing basis with the project and how it'll be to be good neighbors.
Okay.
And at no point have they ever shared any interest or willingness to, to sell.
Oh, okay. That's it. Thank you so much for your work.
Commissioner Jagwe, and then Vice Chair Zacarias Torres.
My question's regarding the Centennial Park. It's still a dirt track around it, and if so, are we ever looking to make it a rubber track?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Deputy Pagano, is that school property? Yeah, I believe that falls under the purview of the school. While we have a joint use and have access to it, it would take a partnership to get something like that done. I know we've had conversations about that, but if you needed some additional information, we could dig up where that left off, look at how much it would cost and things like that. But at this point, it isn't in our immediate future.
So both you and the school would be coordinating that because it's open, right? Centennial Park. I mean, it's just.
Yes, it's open. It's a joint use agreement there that the community should have access to it. But I believe the agreement delineates who's responsible for what as far as capital improvements, and that track itself falls under their purview. So we wouldn't be able to, without their approval, go in there and renovate it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Vice Chair Zacarias Torres.
Hi, good evening. I see that the Portola Park splash pad is on the report back. Do we currently have any splash pads that are open?
That will be the first one in the city of Santa Ana.
Okay. And when do we foresee the opening of the Portola splash pad?
We seem to still be on schedule to be done in July of this year.
And I also noticed that we're adding cool pavement to Angels Park basketball court. Are there any other basketball courts that will be getting the cool pavement added on?
This will be the first one, so we're trying a new product. And if everything bodes well, I don't see why we wouldn't continue to do this. Originally, that product was done on streets and then recently in parking lots. We were able to do that at a few parking lots. And this will be the first court. So if everything goes well as far as maintenance and the usability when people are playing, if it's well received, I don't see why we wouldn't take that opportunity because there is grant funding to go after things like that.
And with other construction, is cool pavement something that we will be including in our future construction or when we are remodeling any other parking lots or any other, any of our areas?
Absolutely. So we are already planning to do more parking lots because that's tried and proven already. So the parking lots is already happening. I'd say next year we're doing at least another 2. And then playgrounds or play surfaces, we still have to see how Angels holds up.
When would the Angels cool pavement be finished?
It's probably sooner, but it'd be safe to say before the end of this year. I'm thinking the goal is to get it done before the hot months of the summer, even hot month of March. But ideally, before the start of the summer, that's what we're shooting for.
Great. I'm really excited about the cool pavement. I hope we can get it added to all of our surfaces throughout the city because I've been reading up on the cool pavement and how it's being added to other surface areas like roads, parking lots in other cities. So I'm glad that Santa Ana is doing something like this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the commission? Thank you for presenting this information. I had in relationship to the dog park naming, Bark Park, and that's still the name of the park?
No, at this time, we were asked to remove the name, just call it the Centennial Dog Park at this moment.
Okay, well, that's good. That's at least neutral. Then I think the other naming of 10th and Flower, I believe there was a whole process that went back to the public for renaming. Do we have an update on that?
We have not started the process. There will be a new process on how we name it, and we have already gone through the city manager's office to get that approved. So once we get a construction time and documents is when we will put that into motion, and I will share that with you as well as we will share with the community.
Okay, great. So, okay, cool. Thank you. Commissioner? Okay, yeah. So you're checking in the processes with the city manager to come back to the commission for like the process or?
No, we have a process in place.
Got it.
And it's been approved by the CMO's office, how we're going to get community input, feedback, and how we're going to have the naming process of any new park that comes up. So again, once we get project dates and timelines is when we'll put that in motion to get a name for the park.
Will the commission be aware before you publish the timeline of when that timeline will start?
Yeah, I can send you guys an email with an update on that as well.
Yeah, letting us know that, hey, next month or 2 months from now, we'll start the process, I think would be helpful. And so it would be called Centennial Park Dog Park?
So right now, it's just the dog park at Centennial Park.
The dog park at Centennial Park.
Yeah, Centennial Dog Park.
Centennial Dog Park.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Commissioner Diaz.
I do have not a question, but more of a comment. At the last Pacific Park neighborhood meeting, that the neighbors, came together and asked Robert, poor Robert. So tell him, or apologies, but the reason why the neighbors were a bit, kind of like upset is because it was the Walnut Street Urban Greening Project. And I think he kind of mentioned that it was being planned to take it to Pine Street, but the neighbors at Pacific Park, feel that the best place to put it at is at Walnut. The simple reason because Walnut, it's a bit wider than Pine, and Walnut, there's no houses that would be taking over the parking space. If you do move it to Pine, then you have the apartment complexes on one side, then you have the car wash at the other, and the street is a little bit more narrower. So, I just wanted to express to you that Pacific Park would like it to be kept at Walnut as it originally was planned. And as we were being rushed to get input from the neighbors, and so just letting what the community is actually requesting is for it to stay at Walnut. They offered to go speak to the fire chief, so they're planning on putting together a meeting, which I'm included in, to speak to the fire chief for the simple reason that when we started the meetings, it was mentioned that the fire chief had made a comment that it was easier for the fire truck to go down First Street, because still Walnut is only in and out street. So again, we would like it to stay the Walnut Street Urban Greening Project to stay at Walnut.
And I'll just share that Robert did communicate that to us. We're aware of the neighborhood's sentiment towards relocating it from Walnut to Pine. I know that we have two priorities. One is to make sure we don't lose the funding. We want to make sure we keep the funding. And then two, when I first presented this to the Pacific Park neighborhood, they were adamant about keeping it within the neighborhood boundary. So we looked at the Main Street, South Main Vision Plan, and it actually identified both locations as viable locations for this type of improvement, the plaza. So when we reached out to the grant agency, letting them know that there were life safety concerns from OCFA with regards to installing it at Walnut, we requested if we could relocate it to Pine. And verbally, they've said, no problem, just submit 100 pieces of paper, right? Submit all the justification paperwork, as long as we still deliver the project within the timeline and within the same budget. And we believe we can do that. So Pine seems to be a very viable location where we have no problem moving forward. However, we completely understand that if the neighborhood feels like they need further justification or more information as to why it needs to be relocated, feel free to reach out. And I can share as much as possible on our end, but ultimately it's a life safety concern and when we know we have a viable alternative that's still within the neighborhood boundary, still within budget, and essentially it's a copy paste, we would move all the same amenities to Pine. We don't want to lose the funding, so we want to keep moving forward concurrently while you guys, so we're working with the grant agency right now to get it relocated, approved, so that we can get to work and install it. So unless we hear otherwise, we're gonna move forward with Pine within Pine and Main and get it built.
Well, we were told that we needed to rush and give out the input as fast as we could because it was already approved at Walnut. So that's why they're kind of, a bit upset about the fact that suddenly it's taking longer and suddenly there was a stop to it, and we were supposed to have had the groundbreaking ceremony on June. So, everything changed. And I would strongly suggest that you come to our next meeting or, again, talk to the neighbors and explain to them and show them, because some of the neighbors from that section did mention that they will be losing some parking along the street. And you know how parking is like a big issue here at the city. And if you leave it at Walnut, of course, you have a commercial building and they have their own parking inside. And also if you can invite someone from the OCFA and, they can explain to us, again, we would love to hear more, get more information about it.
Absolutely, happy to attend. We'll mention it to OCFA, see if they're available. Otherwise, you guys are coordinating the meeting, it sounds like, because only they'll be the best at explaining their reasoning behind it.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I didn't see the project, Deputy Director, on, is it First and New Hope? It was gonna be an area that's next to, they were gonna do another project coinciding with parks. It was like a green space there. Do y'all recall?
Is it the First and Mountain View? Got it. Yes, there was property acquired on First and Mountain View, primarily paid for by Water Resources because they have a pump station there, a water well. And with the PFAS and everything going on with water treatment and water quality, they're looking to expand. As part of that, COVID money, ARPA funding, was utilized to make that project whole. So I think at one point it was explored whether, when it is ultimately developed, will some of it be a park space or will water need the entire site? So it's so preliminary and without funding to develop. At this point, it would really be the will of the community to decide something along those lines. But the priority there is to address PFAS and make sure we address water quality for that area. And if there is space, then it would take the will of the community to say, we want to park there, just like the community comes to speak on other parcels, because But that's an opportunity. I will say, though, that the community there isn't too interested. We've had some opposition on whether or not that, but in any case, it's so preliminary that we're not there. There isn't
Okay.
funding.
Okay, thank you. If there's no more comments or questions from the commission, I will move forward. Thank you so much, Superintendent and Deputy Director. I will now invite Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Deputy Director Tim Pagano to present the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Staff Report.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good evening, Commission. Pleasure to be with all of you today on this very exciting day for Parks and Recreation. And again, always want to say thank you to our PWA cousins for all the work that they do to support our facilities, our parks. You know, for my dollar, there's no better parks in Orange County. With that, we'll go ahead and start the update for the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services for the month of January and February. I mentioned this earlier prior to the Employee of the Year, but your Recreation and Community Services team has been meeting since October, mainly because coming out of the pandemic, we were on full go. And this was probably the last year. This last year is probably the first time that we had enough time and space to actually come together as a team and decide what is our mission, what is our vision for the community here in Santa Ana, and mostly what is the mission of the Recreation and Community Services Division on how we're going to achieve that. And so collectively, we came up with this mission statement, which you see before you, and it states, our mission is to foster community connection by providing welcoming, accessible recreation programs, services, and public spaces that inspire everyone to explore, learn, and play, and inspire. The inspire aspect of it is we had some continuing conversation this week about because we want this to be a living statement so that it just doesn't stop here and we carry it on for 10 years and then there's a change of personnel. We want to be able to really capture our desire. And again, I think that what you saw today in the speeches and the acceptance words from our employees of the year really demonstrate the inspiration that they have and they bring to their respective teams and everything. So you're going to be seeing this a lot more on a lot of our materials, collateral materials as they go out to the public. There's going to be a lot of workshopping still to go. And in addition to this, we're also talking about goals and objectives. And our number one goal and objective is to be one team. And how do we demonstrate that through, obviously, like tonight, where you had a lot of our colleagues show up in support of our Employees of the Year. And we want to continue to build upon that as we continue to move forward. So wanted to share that with you and tie it to the sentiments that were shared today about our co-employee of the years. We move on to the next slide and we can go past that. I just want to share a few items of highlight over the past couple months for our athletics section. We wrapped our boys basketball season with 46 teams and 460 plus players. Our girls volleyball clinic was very successful. This was the first time that we rolled out our girls volleyball clinic, and we had a total of 60 participants. We're hoping to build upon that. Our girls basketball program, we have 200 plus registered participants for our girls basketball program. And our very popular adult kickball league is set to kick off here, no pun intended, very, very soon. Santa Ana will host the Orange County SMAF. So SMAF is Southern California Municipal Athletic Federation basketball tournament on this last weekend, and then the championships this upcoming weekend. And we're very excited to do that because ultimately it brings all Orange County municipalities that run basketball programs similar to ours. They take their all-star teams or the teams that won their respective leagues and they bring them to Santa Ana so that we can have a inter-municipality tournament. So I think we were very successful last year. I think in 2 divisions we actually took the championship. So we're hoping for the same level of success this year. And then our youth will also be attending a Clippers game in the future as a result of concluding our boys basketball season. Salgado and Jerome Recreation Centers continue to offer a variety of programs. Our open gym program has really taken off at Salgado Recreation Center. A lot of participants for all the different pay and play programs that we offer there, so we're very excited about that. And we continue to have contract classes that serve the community's needs. In addition, over 1,600 field permits were issued for February and March. 63, I believe, picnic reservations were issued for February and March. That's kind of redundant. But anyway, the Santiago cabin is currently decommissioned until further notice. We're doing some renovations at the Santiago cabin. And I think, George, do we have a timeline for that? Fall of this year. So by fall of this year, our Santiago Park Canyon will be back open for rentals. I know that's been a very popular rental destination for a lot of the community, so we're looking forward to bringing that back online. One last thing, if we go back to athletics, as part of athletics, we have our reservations team, and they were the ones that were spearheading all the festivals that we were discussing under Ms. Robledo's leadership and everything. And like I said, just want to kind of hit one more time on the Old School Love Festival. 12,500 sold tickets, but we estimated that 18,000 people were in the general area for that day between 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. So we're hoping that that is a economic development driver for the downtown and for all the local businesses as well too. So we're looking forward to the Los Darks Festival this weekend. Very excited for the community as they get access to Caifanas. I think that's something that a lot of what we've heard as far as initial feedback, a lot of people are excited about watching them in concert. So looking forward to that. Probably going to break 12.5, I would venture to say. So we'll have a new attendance record the next time that we talk. Our aquatic section, the staff are active during the off season, launching the Lead the Deck program for 17 staff members that have remained on payroll. And it's over the course of the year during our non-peak season. In the non-summer months, we're talking about leadership, in-service skills, and just really trying to expand their tool belt as we go into another busy summer. We are completing American Red Cross recertifications, and we're also maintaining lifeguard and safety standards. The section itself has received over $110,000 in commitments from external grants to expand access to aquatics program and provide scholarships for initiatives like Learn to Swim and junior lifeguards. In total, your aquatic section has raised in the last 3 years almost $250,000 in outside funding to support the community and really bringing those Learn to Swim lessons down to a very affordable $18, which is what we'll be experiencing this year. Also very exciting for the Aquatic Center, not mentioned here, our Santa Anita pool is scheduled to probably open by midsummer. We want to have a little bit of time to be able to work inside the water and kind of just get used to it, make sure everything's ship shape. So that will be our fourth pool that we'll be bringing online. And then later on this fall, we'll be bringing on the Memorial Park Aquatic Center, which is going up beautifully in Memorial Park. So we're really excited about bringing that online for the community as well. Our aquatics activities restarted at Jerome Pool, including aqua fusion, water aerobics. We have 30 participants that are currently registered right now. Drop-in lap swimming, along with the Silver Splash membership for ages 55 and better, which are already attracted 43 participants. And then we also have our Emerging Lifeguard Leaders Program with 18 participants that are preparing to be certified so that they can be staff members with us this summer. And lastly, very exciting news, which will be coming to the next council meeting. We have entered into a facility use agreement with a swim team that will be starting in May, OC Gold. We had numerous conversations with them probably for the last 6 months, just trying to share with them our desire for a Santa Ana-based swim team. They have long roots in Tustin and Lake Forest and Orange, but when we talked to their coaching staff, they recognized that our swim team had to be homegrown, that you couldn't just transplant individuals from Tustin and Orange and Villa Park to be part of our swim team. So they've already identified bilingual staff. They're ready to go, and we're going to start at Jerome Pool, but their home pool will be Memorial Parks Aquatic Center once it's open, and they will be operating out of there exclusively. So we're very excited about that. We'll go on to the next slide. Our community engagement section, the Cultura magazine, has 32, just over 3,200 subscribers, which is a very modest but exciting 2%, almost 2% increase since January. The PRCSA website saw 500 visits in the last 90 days with about 83.5% engagement. Social media for PRCSA Santa Ana Parks Instagram reached, I think we're now over 11,000. So this is, when we put this together, we saw a bigger increase than 2.35. So we're very excited about that. But our top posts are generating up to almost 58,000 views, almost 59,000 views, and 1.5 thousand interactions. Our increased engagement driven by major events, paid promotions, and collaborations, a new $6,000 annual partnership with Raising Cane's that was supporting our TED Festival actually came to fruition, so we're very happy to be working with Raising Cane's. And then our contract classes, and I'll pause here just to recognize Destiny, who is with us today. Destiny has been assigned to oversee our contract class programs in our services and working with our contract instructors. And while it states almost 10% with increased participation, what we're really seeing is levels of cost recovery that are starting to mirror what we started off before the pandemic, which is really exciting because contract classes is really one of those revenue or cost recovery engines that a lot of parks and recreation departments see. And I think there was a lot of hesitancy coming out of the pandemic, but due to Destiny's effort and our community engagement team, we're starting to trend in the right direction. So thank you very much, Destiny. One last thing for community engagement, we have been notified that at the District 10, CPRS, California Parks Recreation Society District 10, which covers all of Orange County and parts of LA County, our community engagement team is going to be recognized for the Community Engagement Impact Award. So they submitted an application for our Fiestas Patrias branding and marketing campaign, and they will be recognized April 9th in Fullerton for their efforts. So congratulations to them. We can go on to our next one. The new one, golf and private facility reservations. So very excited about this as we navigate to taking over Riverview Golf Course. We are destined to do that now that we have a professional agreement with Courseco Inc. on May 1st of this year. We're very excited about that. And I'm going to leave a lot of space here for Executive Director Scott because he's kind of been spearheading the effort along with Corey Lance, who is our supervisor that is now overseeing our new section. But a lot of great stuff that's happening here. I don't know if you want to jump in now, Executive Director, or during your comments.
I'll jump into my comments, give a little bit.
Okay. So in an effort not to be redundant, I'm going to just say that we're all very excited that we're taking over Riverview Golf Course and working with Courseco Inc. To kind of see what the next iteration, maybe the next 60 years of Riverview Golf Course is going to be. Next slide. Our senior services section is jumping. Everything that you can imagine happening over at our senior centers is happening. We have a wide and diverse range of daily activities that include Tai Chi, fitness classes, arts and crafts, technology training, social games like Loteria and Bingo, which I think are the same thing, just a derivative. Programs continue to expand, welcoming 49 new participants in December and hosting high demand events such as our Valentine's Day celebration, museum excursions, and Monday matinee movie screenings. Over 2,400 monthly congregate meals were served through Meals on Wheels OC, and complemented by the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which supports nearly 500 low-income seniors monthly. A dedicated transportation program of 297 registered residents provides vital access to both our centers, weekly grocery shopping trips to major retailers, and organized social outings across the community. Next slide. Our special events section has been doing a lot of work in preparation for our event season, which is upon us within the next couple weeks. But first and foremost, they've processed over 21 permit inquiries and hosted 3,300 plus attendees at the TET Festival. The Santa Ana Fun Run is on April 11th, and it's, I think the 5K, I'm just gonna check my notes right here, the 10K starts at 8 a.m. and the 5K starts at 9 a.m. So we're looking forward for everybody to come out and participate in their own way. Commissioner Wu has given us a commitment that she's gonna actually be running and walking, so we're very excited about that. It's a challenge to all the rest of the commissioners to join as well. Yeah, we've engaged over 250 residents in soccer. So one of the things that I want to make notice here is with the golf and facilities section now coming on board, we've combined our health and wellness section with our special events section. So it's just not our special events section, it's our special events and programs section. So that's why we're seeing the engagement at Roosevelt Walker in addition to the Recreado and Wilderness Club. We will change that slide for future meetings. We've had 676 community garden participants across 5 sites, and the gardens are currently transitioning into spring crops and launching a UCI-partnered compost research project. They've hosted multiple neighborhood meetings and wellness workshops, including tech basics and environmental education at the lawn bowling and community centers as well, too. Our Youth and Teen Services section includes El Salvador and Garfield community centers, hosted over 210 participants in early 2026 through Danza Folklorico, guitar classes, and the Mariposa Park Pop-Up Youth Series. We successfully reached capacity with 50 teens visiting Universal Studios and 42 attending the Fountain Valley Skating Center for the Teen Excursion Program. And then the volunteering program continues to provide hands-on leadership training. Hosted the Courtyard Cinema Valentine's Day edition for local families and supported community governance by hosting the Artesia Pilar Neighborhood Association meeting at El Salvador Community Center. We're very happy to have that partnership with Artesia Pilar Neighborhood Association. And our Spring 2026 programming features Kids Night Out on this last weekend, and then our Garfield Spring Camp will be happening during the spring recess. That will be coming up in the next week or so. And I think we can go to the next slide. And that's just a summary of everything that I just shared. So I'm going to leave that there for you all. I think you guys have it in your packets, and I'd be happy to answer any questions or that you may have at this time.
Thank you, Deputy Director. Any questions or comments from the commission? Commissioner?
I have a question. There's a small park adjacent to Santa Ana Senior Center, and there's a few feral cats there, and there are signs, "Don't feed the feral cats." Are they going to be picked up, or how are they taken care of?
That would be, I would lean on the expertise of my two friends back here. Feral cats, what would we do in terms of them roaming around Birch Park? So we don't have any locus of control in our 2 areas. So if you spot them and you're concerned about them, Orange County Animal Control would be the number that you would reach out to notify them that, they're kind of walking around. But I say they're probably taking care of our mice issues out at Birch Park, so
Yeah,
it might be
that's
a benefit,
Yeah.
unseen benefit.
They've even walked into the center, so
Okay.
That's why I was asking. the
That's how
question.
popular it is,
Right?
so.
There you go.
The new mascot.
That's why I asked the question. Yeah, in Orange County, the dog pound, they won't come out because they're not contracted with Santa Ana, so.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they'll only take a cat if you cage it and take it to them if it's ill. Otherwise, they won't take anything beyond 8 weeks old.
Understood. Thank you for that.
Thank you as well.
Be our unofficial cat park. Commissioner Jogway, and then Commissioner Diaz. And then Commissioner.
Got a few. How'd the boys do last weekend for the basketball tournament?
That's a good question. I can follow up with you. So much stuff has been going on this last weekend. I think it probably got lost in the shuffle. Yeah.
And then the track meet, where is that going to be at? And then I thought that was going to be the city base. It looks like it's with this organization. We kind of like
Right.
pass it off, or what happened with that?
That is also a good question. I think when we prepare these reports, it's done in advance. I know that we had to cancel our city-based track meet because we were going to be utilizing Santa Ana College's track, and they're still under renovation. With regards to the SMAF track meet, Executive Director Scott, do you have any information on that?
Yeah, so basically anyone that did register for ours automatically qualified to the SMATH one, and, that's run through SMATH. We support it and we help out, but it is run by them. But like as Deputy Pagano said, we were hoping to have the use of the college track, but they just get it done.
So we don't know where it's at, though?
I can follow up with America, but
Yeah,
all the kids were notified.
Yeah, I think it may have been a misprint that what probably was the case is if we had access to Santa Ana College, we would have hosted our own city and probably would have hosted the SMAF regional track meet as well.
Because my thinking is, there's kids that are just starting off and then they're going to be put in this one, and this looks like a regional one, the kids might be better, I don't know, just thinking.
Yeah, and like I said, unfortunate, timing with the renovations of Santa Ana College. I do know that when we have had our track meet in the past, we see a lot of participation from third-party organizations that are working with these kids, throughout the year. And so when they register them, they're pretty much aligned for their events. So we've been very successful in the past regional track meets that we've participated in.
Okay, and then the last thing is, what's the update with the World Cup events? I think the last time we spoke that we were looking to do something relating to that.
Sure. So thank you for that, because that was going to be part of my closing statement, is that in partnership with Lay's and PepsiCo and also Common Goal, we're actually hosting a World Cup tournament that has been on our social media platforms, where we're taking registrations right now. You have to be 16 to 18 years old. We're running both a boys and a girls division. And so what's really exciting about it, and we're kind of slowly pushing this information out, is that there's going to be a delegation of Santa Ana residents that will be able to attend a World Cup match that will be taking place in SoFi. So through your participation, you have the ability and the opportunity to potentially go. What's even more exciting, in my opinion, I like soccer, but this is even more exciting, is that as part of this World Cup, and again, I'll go back in history, Santa Ana, the Replays mini pitch at our Campesino Park, it essentially is the only replay pitch in North America. It's one of like 14 globally. And so with the World Cup being here, it's a big deal for Lay's to invest back into the city of Santa Ana and to give us the funding for hosting this tournament that we're going to be putting on. But the exciting part is that there's going to be a delegation from Portugal and a delegation from Italy that will be coming as part of a much more global presence to attend the World Cup game with our delegation from Santa Ana. In addition to that, they'll probably be playing each other prior to either going to the game or coming back from the game. So it's going to be a cultural exchange for a few of our kids. So we're really excited about it. And if you can help us spread the word to any 16 to 18-year-old that has an interest in playing 5-on-5 soccer at the Replay mini pitch, we really appreciate it.
Very cool. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Reyes?
Yes, I have a couple of questions. So at the Senior Center Southwest, we have 4 classes from, fitness classes from Santa Ana College. So I know the classes are free for us, but I know probably our city pays the college, right, to provide those classes?
Actually, no, it's a partnership that we have with Santa Ana College. So I think as part of the extension of just, again, both agencies being in the city, we've worked out a partnership agreement where they see the benefit of working with our seniors. And again, it expands their, I guess, their class, their class reach, to bring it to our senior centers so that we can work together in a collaborative way.
Oh, I see. And so Amistad Medical Clinic, that's separate from the Santa Ana College instructors, correct?
Correct.
So it's gotten really, really tough now with, implementing, Santa Ana College implementing their policies and regulations at the senior center, which is difficult for a few of us. One, you register for the classes, but you can only register for 2 classes. And then also, if you miss 2, consecutive days, you're out. You're not on the list anymore. And it is difficult because, it's, we are retired, we're old, we're seniors. We have so many things going on. Sometimes our brain, it's up and going, and our body says, you're not gonna do it today. Or, doctor's appointments or what have you. And for me personally, stressing to call in because I'm gonna be absent, or if I forget, and then I go to the center and, oh, you're not on the list, you were removed. It's disappointing, disappointing. And it was fine the way it was because it was first come, first served basis, and that was fine. If you get there early, you get a chair. There's 65 chairs, that they get full. And my understanding was that if there's for the college, there's a percentage of attendees that need to be present in order to have those classes for free, and have enough attendees. Well, there's more than enough. I mean, yesterday I went. Today I went. I dropped off my granddaughter. I was there at 8:10. The class was full. So many people. So many people, and a lot of them don't get to do anything. For myself, I'm discouraged to go anymore because I'm not gonna waste my gas going, and then, the class is full, no more. Or if I missed a couple of days and then, go and thinking that I'm gonna get into the class and, oh no, you're not on the list anymore because you missed 2 days. It's really, really, really tough. I don't know if it can go back the same that it was, before, instead of, some of us will forget to call, or, it's different, I think my time of calling in sick is over. I'm not working anymore. I'm retired. I'm, on my own. But it is, very difficult. And at this point, because I was attending the 4 days, now it's only 2, maybe, So it got really, really difficult now. And it's gonna, some people are not gonna be attending anymore, looking for other options. Myself, looking for another option, because now we can't really attend those classes anymore. I know there's other activities, like drawing and doing other stuff, but those activities I can do at home. The fitness was my main, and for a lot of us, the movement, that's what we're looking for. So it is, for me, it's a little sad because, we can't attend anymore because there's no room anymore. So I don't know. I mean, maybe in the future, maybe you can open another senior center. I don't know, because it's gotten really, really crazy, really crazy.
So
Understood, and thank you for those comments. I think what you're referencing is probably driven by Santa Ana College for all the reasons that you stated, as far as them needing a certain percentage for the continuation of service and everything. Definitely an area of opportunity for us as we dialogue with Santa Ana College to see if, maybe that's, their experience at maybe other locations, but with the amount of attendance that we have at Southwest, and I'm sure Santa Ana Senior Center, that's not necessarily an issue. So maybe there could be some latitude in terms of going back to more of the first come, first serve. But I also hear an opportunity for our contract classes to where we now have an opportunity to maybe bring some of our contract instructors who have either morning availability or afternoon availability to maybe spread it out to where, for someone like yourself, Commissioner, you would appreciate the flexibility as far as when we put those classes on and everything like that too. So I think Destiny's, perfect for being here and hearing that, and it's definitely a challenge that we're happy to take on and see. I also understand about the capacity issues at, I would say, both senior centers, and so you're in a perfect position to advocate for that as we go through the budget development process. Obviously CIP projects are a big deal, right? But if we're able to demonstrate through our participation and the advocacy of our commissioners and also the constituents that attend the senior centers, I think you represent a very powerful voting bloc here within the city of Santa Ana. So I would encourage you to utilize the position that you have and also share that with your friends that are also feeling the same frustrations and everything like that too.
Thank you.
I asked one of the representatives from the college concerning our concern about the classes being overfilled. And I was told that each instructor has over 200 registered people in their classes, and a lot of them no longer show up. So what they did for summer is re-register everyone. And being that space is limited, they only allowed 65 for Southwest and 45 for Santa Ana. So unfortunately, we had to re-register, and now only 2 classes versus 3 or 4.
Sure.
And maybe they would be willing to add more classes from the college at different times.
Sure.
Maybe that would help.
Yeah, definitely an avenue worth exploring.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Diaz, and then Vice Chair Zacarias Torres.
I wanted to find out, how is it being handled in regards to the events happening at the stadium? How much of that earned revenue from each concert will be given to the city? Is it a certain percentage, or is it just a rental?
So thank you for that question. It is just a rental, mostly because this is a proof of concept. For us, we wanted to demonstrate that Santa Ana Stadium did have the capacity to be a large venue for events like this, for the religious festivals that I mentioned earlier, and also for the exhibition sports soccer game that we also hosted and everything. So we just had a conversation about this with our city attorney's office as far as what our latitude would be to not necessarily stay within the confines of our miscellaneous fee schedule. So if you remember, council approves fees every single year based off of CPI, consumer price indexing, and that really kind of gives us the direction as far as how we're supposed to permit those events, right? And for us, it's a great opportunity because the model that we've been exploring lately from a business operations standpoint is we do this and we get this, right? So, our effort and our contributions in terms of administration, coordination, and everything is relatively small comparatively to what the cost or return on investment would be. But seeing what we saw this last weekend and knowing what we're going to see next weekend, we want to start exploring the opportunity for facility use agreements. And we were dialoguing with the city attorney to get guidance and direction from them on how we could achieve that. And hopefully, through that process and through now the supply and demand that we feel like we're going to be getting, we're going to be able to take a little bit more of an appropriate bite at the apple when it comes to working with event production companies like the one we worked with for both of these festivals and for the other festivals that we've been working with specifically over the last quarter.
Especially because, let's say, for example, for the soccer game, the cost was $35. You know, I was happy I attended, even though I was in the opposite team from my family. That was really fun. So it was $35. You know, one beer was $20. And then I wanted to find out in regards to cleaning costs and police costs, who is in charge of those costs? Is it the person who rents the stadium, or do we as a city cover it? How is it?
So I can speak specific to both, actually, and I think George would be a good person to hear, at least on the custodial side. But all PD costs are basically taken separately from what the actual rental of the stadium is, because SAPD would have to evaluate, okay, you're going to have 4,500 individuals, there's going to be alcohol being sold, how many officers, how many command officers do we need to make sure that we feel comfortable about the activity that's taking place in the stadium and everything like that, right?
So the person who rents it pays for those costs?
Correct. It's passed on to the end user. And then for the custodial, we do the same thing, and it's part of our permit. But that's also part of why we're interested in this facility use agreement. And George and the group here is going to be talking about how we capture those costs so that, again, we're almost getting 100% cost recovery for the effort and also for the land that the stadium sits on, right? Because it is a city asset, and we want to start treating it like a city asset. So we don't want to be like, oh, we'll take on the custodial, because I think, that was probably a time as we were building towards events like the ones that you've been seeing. But even kind of before that, we were talking about, well, we need to pass that on to the end user, and we've been capturing that, but there's still bits and pieces that we can't really anticipate. So we're trying to figure out a way to work with the prospective applicants on kind of giving that information to them on the front end, so it's not like hey, it's X amount of dollars, just kidding, it's now X amount of dollars, which would be distasteful, and poor form on our part. So we're trying to work with SAPD, with PWA, and with the promoters and the applicants to try to make sure that it's a comprehensive look at what it takes to do a facility buyout for the stadium and other city assets that we have.
Okay, because let's say, for example, now the upcoming event, it's $135 per ticket, $300 per, another section, and then $900 for VIP. So I'm thinking, if the person who comes and is doing the event, it's taking all the profit, and as we're just renting the stadium for, let's say, $10,000, I don't think it's very beneficial for us to have to handle the traffic and stuff, even though we wait, it doesn't matter. But still, looking at a business point of view, is we should be making a lot more. And these people would want to come here, but the city would need to make money, because if we continue to have these events and having 12,000 attendees, I know Mater Dei has had, quite a few too, but we need to be on top of charging them what needs to be charged, because we have the facility, we have the resources, and you're coming to our city, but you gotta pay because we're offering it to you, and people are coming.
And we're in complete alignment with you. We also did the mental math based on the ticket prices that we were seeing and everything. And again, being that it was a proof of concept, we were kind of beholden to the council-approved miscellaneous fees, which is why even today we were dialoguing with the city attorney's office, like, what is that next agreement look like now that supply and demand is really driving the city asset the way that it should be. And so for us, I was talking to America at another meeting today, and she says we have 8 more events like that in the queue. So again, the supply or the demand's there, and so now we need to start talking about the supply and what that actually the cost is to the community, and also what that, I guess, return on investment is for us making the stadium open for these type of festivals. So we are in complete agreement
And
with you.
another thing, I'm sorry, another thing is in regards to the parking, I know the parking structure belongs to, I think, the county.
Correct.
But if you can come up with an agreement between the county, instead of charging $10, people are willing to pay $60.
Mhm.
So if, let's say, for example, some people parked at Washington Square, and they said, you know what, I'd rather get a ticket for $40 than, than to wait in line. But if you charge them $40 here too, and they get $40 there, they don't mind. So if people don't mind paying, why don't we raise the price of the parking and get half and half from city, goes to city and the county? That'd be something to talk with the county too.
We can certainly dialogue with our point of contact in the county, especially as we start exploring, again, opening up the stadium for business like what we've seen in the last quarter, for sure.
It's a way of thinking of it as a business.
Absolutely, 100%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vice Chair Zacarias Torres?
Hi, good evening.
evening.
Is there any way that the Parks and Rec department can make like a social media video in regards to the cooling centers that we have in the city? Because I think a lot of residents don't really know about it, and I know that we do have a need. We have people that rent that aren't able to use ACs, people that go to the parks and they don't really get that cool. And in our community gardens, I had asked about putting like water catch systems. I wanted to see if there was any follow-up to that.
Sure. We are going through a comprehensive look of our community gardening program right now with the realignment. And so one of those things that is at the forefront of that is the water catch system and how we could incorporate that, especially with, again, I'll reference our cousins in Public Works and the water department. I think that's a perfect project for us to incorporate within our garden spaces and everything. So that is a priority. We just started those conversations. I think this next week is our second meeting now that we're realigned. So we're still in the preliminary phases, but it's definitely, I remember you mentioning it, so it was just a matter of time as we navigated the new golf course and that section and realigning some of our services and everything like that.
Also, do we have any future events planned for World Cup viewing?
That is something that we've been discussing as a agency, actually. I know that we've had quite a few conversations with our community development agency and Parks and Recreation. One of the things that we've assessed is that because it's in LA, there's a strong market in LA, and LA has kind of a corner or a monopoly on the market in terms of viewing and all that type of stuff. For us, it would be almost cost prohibitive because you have to buy certain licenses to be able to show it to a big crowd, and that crowd can only go up to like 1,100 people. So it's not even that big of an audience, so to speak. And there wouldn't be any cost recovery. So the cost of the license is quite cost prohibitive, and then for us not to be able to generate any cost recovery, it's a little bit of a problematic formula. I know that we've talked about potentially just showing games like what we've done in the past, but again, we've run into licensing issues and streaming issues and everything. I don't know if you had anything else that you wanted to add, Executive Director.
Yeah, we did look into it, and we actually talked to some other cities, and we actually did talk to a city that was doing it, and they flat out told me that they will be losing money on it. So, because to have a viewing party, you have to have a certain size screen. You got to have a certain size, pixel, and they're very strict. And the city I talked to says they're doing it, but again, it's more to try to promote people to come to the city. But they said they are losing money. And so what we're doing is when we are working with the Travel Santa Ana, we're going to be pushing our local restaurants to be able to show up because they do have the commercial TV rights already in their restaurants. For us to show a viewing party, like Deputy Director Pagano said, there is a license fee, and then we are responsible for the TV, and it has to be approved through FIFA. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What about in regards to the social media video about the cooling centers? Would that be possible?
So that would be something that we would most likely be a collaborator on, because there are centers, but we do have an emergency management division that comes out of Santa Ana PD. And so the emergency manager is the one that activates the cooling center. I know that we have our chill zones that I think that we've lovingly referred to them when it doesn't necessarily reach the metrics of activating a cool center. And I think we talked about this last time related to cool centers, is that you need it to be 97 degrees for 3 consecutive days in order for a cool center, a traditional cool center, to be activated. But at the direction of the city manager's office, we have opened our chill zones where we make our facilities available, and again, members of the public can come in. So maybe we have a little bit more locus of control when it comes to the chill zones. I just need to make that distinction. Cooling center is more of a technical term that is driven by our emergency management division out of SAPD. The chill zones, we have information up on our website where residents can find our operational hours when we declare that a chill zone has been activated at our centers. And again, it's during operational hours, so anybody that's feeling uncomfortable because of the heat, they're more than welcome to come to those to our facilities.
The emergency management department, is that who would put on a CERT event?
Correct.
I see other cities promote their CERT events. I've never seen that in Santa Ana as a resident for over 10 years. Is there any way that we can maybe start hosting CERT events within the emergency management department? And if we could host them in English and Spanish?
That would be a great question for the Santa Ana Police Department. They have overview of the emergency management division. So our emergency manager, he falls under their purview. So his name is Stephen Reiner, and I'm sure you can probably look him up in our city directory. And if not, then I can certainly follow up with his contact information if you would like to reach out to him.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Any other comments or questions from the commission? You didn't have to go, Commissioner Wu? Remind you about the time. Okay. Okay. I did have some questions, Deputy Director Pagano. Great presentation, thank you. In relationship to, I bought a ticket for Santana Fun Run. I don't know if I'll be running, but I'm
happy to have you there.
I want my shirt. So the other is for the movies in the park. Where do you have Ward 1 and 3?
Ward 1 is scheduled right now for Centennial, not on 5 and 6, it's on the corner of Fairview and Edinger. So in that little green space that is on the northeast side of the park, that's where it's currently being tentatively scheduled for at this point. And then Ward 3, I'm trying to think.
Santiago? No.
No, that's Lopez's ward.
Jesse's. Portola? Okay, let me know. I just want to make sure. I just wanted to know ahead of time. Those are.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, with as popular as our movies in the parks has become, we have to look at parks that are big enough to host, 5, 6, even up to 1,000 people. So one, we're looking at park size, we're looking at parking lots, and sometimes we look at for the parks that potentially have schools next to them that are willing to work with us. So that's how we choose the parks like that. So like with El Salvador in Ward 5, that's unfortunately, that's the one that can host. And as you know, El Salvador gets really big. With Ward 1, this will be the fourth year now that we've moved it around. So previous years we were at Rosita, first year we were at Capinzano, and we were also at Windsor. So this year it's moved over to Centennial Park. So what we do is we try, if the ward has, big size parks like that, we move it around, but in some of the wards like Ward 2, Ward 5, we're limited to, park spaces.
Right. I agree with the cooling. I did see the post on social media with the cooling centers and making that distinction around the 3 consecutive days at 97 degrees and a chill zone. How do you say that in Spanish? Un espacio para relajarse o trying to chill. Del sol. Relajarse del sol. Yeah. Refrescarse, yeah, something. Some branding, chill in Spanish.
Gotcha.
Está frío. Okay, the next question I had for you was in relationship. I know I saw here. Can you explain a little bit about OC Gold, or kind of, or what's this concept or this idea? Or they're taking over Parks and Rec, or can you explain a little bit more?
Sure. So, great question. So it's a facility use agreement. So we're basically in a pilot program concept for 1 year. And again, a lot of the discussion over the last 6 months was, well, we don't know if this is the opportunity that you guys are presenting to us. And we know from aquatic standpoint that we have a lot of swimmers here in Santa Ana and ready to take that next step into a competitive swim team. So what we've agreed to is we're giving them 3 lanes of exclusive use. They're going to be paying us monthly rent. And once they get up to 30 participants, then we're taking a percentage of their membership fees that you would pay to be a part of the OC Gold swim team. If they go beyond 30, which is our hope, each lane that they add would come at a per hour price. So again, we're in a situation where we built a win-win-win situation where we want to have a swim team here within the city of Santa Ana, a competitive swim team. And we also want to optimize our water, especially with Memorial Park Aquatic Center. We want to make sure that that water's moving and people aren't just driving by and seeing still water, right? And so that's part of the effort, is to try to find passive income for the city, where again, we have the asset and we're going to still be paying for the chemicals, we're still paying for the maintenance, and now by putting somebody in a exclusive use of those 3 lanes, it's exclusively used for those 3 lanes. I can find 2 other organizations, whether swim team, artistic swim, water polo, and I can put them in the next 3 to 4 lanes that are right next to them. So that $500 for the 3 lanes may be $1,500 for the full use of the pool during a certain block of hours and everything like that. They're only in the water for 7 hours per week, so it's 28 hours that they're utilizing the pool. But it's a great after-school activity that we're really looking forward to starting off in May. It will be at Jerome, and again for those 7 hours through the summer, so that we build momentum, so that once Memorial Park opens up, OC Gold will be hopefully at 30 to 40 individuals strong at that point. So we'll have our first swim team here within the city of Santa Ana.
So is it a Santana team, or is it like they're just teaching?
No, it will be.
Swim, or is it like is it
the best
OC
way to
Gold team, Santana team?
The best way to put it is it's OC Gold Santa Ana. So it will be distinctly a Santa Ana team and again, I guess the best way to look at it is that OC Gold has multiple locations in which their coaches are at. So they're working with individuals at those respective communities. But if they were to go to a meet, then all of OC Gold would be going and they would be competing individually, as a Santa Ana swimmer, but as part of the OC Gold brand umbrella and everything like that. But there would be a distinction between OC Gold Santa Ana, OC Gold Tustin, that type of thing.
And it's for competitive.
Competitive, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes total sense now. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to win over my head.
Sure, and maybe a side note to that is, as part of our swimming programs, our level 6s is pre-competitive swim team. So we're going to start migrating for the programs that we're offering is you're right there, but you're not just ready for the competitive swim. So that's where our lifeguards and our water safety instructors will be working with our residents in stroke development and getting them to be stronger swimmers, so that we can then say, you're ready for OC Gold Santa Ana. And so that's the pipeline that we're creating.
Great, thank you sorry, I didn't want to make this meeting longer, but I just needed that answered.
Sure.
Thank you. That's all the questions I had.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Director Pagano. We'll now close the meeting with any closing comments. We'll start off with our Executive Director, Hawk Scott. Do you have any closing comments?
Yeah, I'm sure I do. Once again, thank you guys. It was a little bit of a longer meeting, but it was a great meeting as we did honor, a very tough pool this year to pick, but, we believe, all our employees of the month were, willing, but the ones you guys saw here today are ones that went above and beyond. So thank you guys for standing with us in that and always supporting that. Two, we have our Santa Ana Fun Run. We are about to pass 2,200 runners. I just checked right now, we're at 2,190. You still have a week and 2 days to register. So really, really excited. So to hear that you both are in it. Remember, it's superhero themed. So we see you guys dressed up in your superhero stuff. So really excited about that. Also, our Brew at the Zoo tickets are now on sale. Right now, we currently have 22 breweries, and that number we believe is going to grow. We've already sold about 100 tickets, and we really haven't advertised it, so they will sell fast. It is right now through April 16th. It is the pre-sale of $65. After that, it will jump up $10 unless you're a Friends of the Zoo member. So we hope you guys do join us at Brew at the Zoo this year. It's getting bigger. Our zoo is looking bigger and better, so we hope you guys join us out there. And then I will be sending you guys emails, let you guys know of a couple events we do have coming up. Like the dog park will be coming up Easter weekend on the 4th out there Centennial at 10 a.m. So I'll be sending you guys the details. Hope you guys can join us. And then we have a couple other openings coming up soon. One of the exciting ones that we are looking forward to is Salvador Quintana Park, also Bristol and Tolliver. That's getting near completion, as well as a couple other events we will be pushing out there. So again, thank you guys for all your love and support you give to us. And that's all my comments for today.
Can you give a minute comment on the golf?
So also, you just remind me, it is Portola Park for that word. For the moving to park, it is Portola Park. Riverview Golf Course, we are about almost a month away where Courseco will be taking over as a management company overseen by the city of Santa Ana. They are currently in the process of transitioning over the Riverview Golf Course team to Courseco. Not much details to really throw out there yet because we will have a period of learning and evaluating the place, but for the get-go, nothing's going to change. One great thing about this company is they are recreation initiative, recreation based. So, they will be doing things for the community. They will be reaching out to the community. We will be having meetings with the neighborhoods around the golf course. And at the same time, we will be looking to improve the safety and improve the overall look and play out there at the golf course. Because it is a very unique golf course. It is got a lot of people that do play on it. So we're looking how we can, beautify that golf course to, have it continue to do what it does to bring people into Santa Ana, as well as to expand on play for not just the everyday golfer, but for our youth and even our seniors too. So there's a lot of great things coming. We've created a really great division. They're really energetic, but right now we are doing the transition over, and then we will be meeting with the neighborhoods around the area just to hear any concerns. And at the same time, us with the public works teams, we have identified some improvements that we are going to do with the netting, with fixing them, extending them, and replacing some of them. So there's a lot of great things happening out there. The course is going to be self-sufficient, so it is also going to be an enterprise fund. So we're really excited of the possibilities that this golf course is going to do for the community of Santa Ana.
Great, thank you, Executive Director. We'll close with our commissioner comments. Commissioner Diaz, any closing comments?
I just want to thank you, both of your teams, Parks and Recs and Public Works, and also the zoo, for all the work that you do, and especially because we're getting things done faster than in previous years. I remember Pacific Electric Park, it took us 9 years to get that park done. And right now, we're moving forward with a lot of different events. The events are full of energy and enthusiasm, and it's so fun to attend. I'm looking forward to be at the fun run, my walk, but, and also the Brew at the Zoo. Those are great events that you guys are putting together. The Fiestas Patrias, I look forward to that too. Every single event you guys put together, it's awesome, and you have a great team behind it. I just wanted to ask, and why is it that we honor, our employees of the month here? And I would love to see them being honored at a council meeting. Like, instead of, of course, we need to honor the residents, but it will be great for everyone to see the great teams that we have and, and the great employees that we have. So perhaps maybe talking to one of the council members to to talk about one person. This time you got 4. Maybe that's a sign that the next time you also have a couple more, maybe, Public Works, 2 from Public Works, 2 from the zoo, and 2 from Parks and Recs, and have them being honored at a council meeting. That would be great. Other than that, thank you very much.
Chair, I do have one more thing I did forget to add, and you made me remember it. Don't forget about the budget survey that I did email you guys on. And, I'm hearing a lot of great things, and, we would need the community to go out there and, be a little selfish. Hey, money for parks, money for events, but at the same time, continue to advocate for what we need in the city, whether it's public safety, improvements to infrastructure, stuff like that. But, our council does see that. And if we can get the community as a whole, because I know in the past years, it's been very minimal of what's been on there. So as, Parks Commissioner, if you guys can share it with your colleagues that live in Santa Ana, with your friends, with your neighborhood associations, to get a really big, number out there. And, hopefully Parks is like 1, 2, 3. Great. So, but just a reminder, the budget survey, it is out there, it is live. And I know during our events, we're going to bring them out there too to help try to push it. So just, it clicked in my head on that too. So just a reminder, the budget survey helps spread the word.
Thank you, Commissioner and Executive Director. Commissioner Gonzalez, any closing comments?
Yes, I want to thank you for all the updates, and I'm amazed at how you keep all your projects in order. You have all the knowledge behind it, every aspect of what you're doing. Thank you for sharing all that with us, and let me tell you, you inspire me. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Jagwe?
Yeah, glad to hear all the stuff going on. It's amazing to see. Really happy to be part of it. And I really like the thing about the OC Gold. I think that's great to have like a pipeline to really help the kids of Santa Ana go on to something, kind of give them something to help them get to college or some other kind of passion, and kind of like at an elevated level. Looked into the budget thing for the golf course. Glad to see it looks like it's self-sustaining. And then, so it looks like, and Hawk, you can correct me, if the revenues going forward will go to like a fund, a separate fund, and it'll use it to pay for renovations in the future and stuff like that. Was that correct?
Yes, so the golf course has been created as an enterprise fund. So out of everything that golf course makes goes into that fund. Everything is paid out from that fund, salary, wages, anything like that. Yeah. Whatever's left those, we work together with CourseCo to identify CIP projects for the golf course. And that's something we're gonna be working on with myself as well as the public works teams, where it comes to infrastructure, irrigation, CIP projects. So that is correct.
And the last thing, tomorrow there's Santa Ana Prep Basketball Classic at 5:30 at Godinez High School. I'll be there judging, giving awards, so those who would like to go as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Reyes?
Yes, I just want to also thank you for everything you do. So many projects going on that I get tired for you guys because it's like a lot and a lot going on in our city. And again, I can't emphasize it enough how proud I am to be living in Santa Ana and see all the changes that you guys do. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Rodriguez?
Thank you so much for your presentation and updates tonight. Also, congratulations again to the Employees of the Year and the Employees and Volunteers of the Quarter. I am looking forward to the ribbon cutting for the dog park. This is the first time in 5 years that I'm gonna take my Bull Terrier Zeus. He's not a people dog, but he'll be there. It's a very important, I guess, event for him because I remember going to the bungalow and providing feedback and seeing the plans and it now come to life. It's definitely exciting. Other than that, no further comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Wu?
It's been incredible work that you have been doing. I really want to thank everyone in itself. But to do this work, I got to, like you said, Hawk, is that fill out the survey. It's very important. The great work that we're doing and continue it, that we have to tell the city what we want and improvements in our neighborhood. And I've seen some great work to be done. So please fill out the surveys and we could do a better job in the community with the parks monies. Hey, thank you.
Great, thank you. Commissioner, Vice Chair Zacarias Torres?
Thank you to Public Works and Parks and Rec for your presentations. Looking forward to seeing the residents visiting the community centers as the chill centers. I'm also looking forward to going to Brew at the Zoo. And I would still like to advocate for city events to be held in evening hours as opposed to times that are not accessible to our regular residents. For example, the dog park, some people are at work. I know there are some residents that also have mascots that would like to attend. So if possible, if we could make any of our red ribbon cuttings or those types of events more accessible to residents in evening hours. And congratulations to the Employees of the Year. Juan Lara used to be my supervisor when I was working at the community gardens. And I would see America all the time when she was over there in the Southwest Senior Center building. So I'm really glad to see them again. Thank you.
Yes, Commissioner Diaz?
I was at a meeting recently and the city manager mentioned that one of the reasons why they have decided to move the ribbon cuttings to a Saturday, it was to be able to get more people to participate. So the ribbon cutting for the dog park is going to be on Saturday, October 4th. So I just wanted to, just give you an FYI.
Okay. So my commissioner comments, I want to first thanks the team for your continued effort and work. Yes to always fully funding Parks and Rec, so please fill out that survey. I know I mentioned previously last year, Parks and Rec was #1, and it was parks and then programming, and then you added it up, and then it was #1. So, so I hope our budget continues. Our budget continues to reflect the priorities of the public. And I wanted to also, I sent out an email to Superintendent of GGUSD just to talk about Rosita Park and the joint use agreement. She CC'd the city manager. Hi, city manager. And so, trying to figure out, how to get this through, if it's a service agreement, I don't know, but I'm just pointing to the problem. And so, I think I just wanted to share that if we can have follow-up to that. I don't know what next steps are. I just needed to communicate with the superintendent who used to be my principal. And then I also wanted to talk about the golf course. I think it's so great that we're expanding, our footprint in the city. And so and in some parks that I've seen have incorporated like a coffee shop aspect to it. So I'm trying to think about like our parks and maybe some of the snack bar coffee isn't so great, and so to the extent that, in our contract that we got, what is the sort of service bar area or food area that they're kind of offering? just so maybe that would help if we offer it to a third party, or I don't know if there's like some local famous coffee shop that wants to open up there that would attract community to go to the golf course. So is it, I know maybe right now it's just running as is, but I just wanted to maybe throw it out there that if we could incorporate some sort of, I don't know, something to activate that space, I think would be great. And I also just wanted to thank the public for attending and making public comments in support of public spaces. And so with that, I close my comments. The next Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission meeting is scheduled for Thursday, April 23rd at City Hall, Council Chambers at 5:30 p.m. Before the commission, I hereby adjourn the meeting at 7:57.